On being a late bloomer, something I am sitting with is how long it's taken me to get to this point where I am pursuing my creative interests and doing so without shaming myself about how long it took to get here. This is Cashew. And really taking time to be grateful to myself of what I've done to get to this point, right? Because while a couple days ago felt like day one on this journey for me, and that's why I'm documenting it starting from this point, is that I've lived a whole life up until this point that was so incredibly full and so incredibly full of work that I was doing on myself. And I really attribute it to growing up with childhood trauma and really needing to spend my 20s working on myself and understanding myself and getting to know myself and pouring into myself and working on my mental health, right? Because I didn't get a lot of things that kids need for human development to become self-actualized adults. And I've come to peace with that. I've done a lot of work to fill in those gaps for myself and build friendship, lovers, relationships, community that also pour into me in those ways and me into them. But I had to use my 20s for that. And that meant that I didn't really have a lot of bandwidth to be exploring things that really mattered to me outside of survival or kind of creating the building blocks for the life that I have now. And it's only because I found this stability in many areas of my life that I feel safe and regulated enough in my nervous system to even go there. Not only in the action of going there, but allowing myself to dream and really envision a life that is more actualized, bringing in my creative self and my star self, the part of me that wants to shine, that wants to come forward, that wants to lead my life. It's possible I could have done it in my 20s. I think it would have been a bit more dramatic, unstable, a bit more like a reality show star instead of a whole integrated person moving forward with intention and regulation, emotional regulation. So I could have done it. I think it just would have been really rocky. And I spent a lot of time building the romantic relationships that I have now. And that feels like something I really needed to have that like relational base, that chosen family that I could really rely on and that would encourage me to follow my dreams. And so much of my time also went to, in my early 30s, went to my gender journey and really another level of my queer identity as well. So these are all really secret processes I've been through. And I can definitely look back on my 20s and 30s so far as me being the creative project, of which I still feel I am. I am figuring out what kind of artist I am, what kind of creative I am, where I fit in the industry, where I want to be, what lights me up, who lights me up. These are all things I'm exploring. And I've been crystal clear on what my work was in my 20s, in my 30s as personal self development. And this is no different. And I think that that's why this process is so familiar and not necessarily hard for me. This actually feels way more fun than any of the trauma work that I've done, although incredibly liberating. So I'm a late bloomer. I'm here now. And I'm so thankful to myself that I took care of myself as well as I did and I got to know myself as well as I did. Because now I'm not afraid of what people think. I'm not afraid of being misperceived. I'm not afraid of being judged. All I really care about is the ways in which I feel I need to put myself out there and continue to do that relentlessly and trust that the universe is going to meet me there in whatever opportunities are aligned and right for me. And that's where we're at. That's where we're starting from. That's a pretty good starting place. What is that song? It's like, it doesn't matter when you bloom, it matters that you do. I'm blooming. Here we are. Late or not, early or not, I'm here now.